Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure, and we're back for one more go at a bit of rail route. We're picking up where we left off last time round. Yeah, I know I haven't wrecked it. But it feels like I've got this under control, as it stands at the moment. Although, that said, I've been playing it quite merrily for the last couple of minutes, and haven't been talking at the same time. Yeah, you engage your brain on a bit of talking, and everything goes to pot. But we'll see how we get on. Anyway, there's nothing new in here. I've built up a few more research points. I've got a bit of cash in the bank. It's all rather splendid. But that's not what you came here to see. No, you came here to see me pushing an envelope in a figurative kind of a way and seeing what sort of trouble I can get myself into. So, okay, I've just accepted a special freight. We'll get this special freight out of the way, and then we'll extend the number of the number of services that we're operating, and I'll do that by extending the number of towns that I've got. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I'll be completely honest. I'm not sure how much we're going to be impacted by rail speed, for one. But also how I set up trains of a recurring nature, or contracts of a recurring nature, I should say. Right, I'm going to send up here, because chances are you're going to want to wait for a bit. So you go up into that. You carry on there, sunshine. You're doing good work. You're going to be a bit late, but no one really might. No, you're not late. Oh, that's nice to see. Right, next one in. There we go. Yeah, oh, it's me other freight line. Right, okay, fine. Yeah, you can pass straight through. Where are you going? Easterhouse. All right, okay, yeah, no problem. All right, there you are. Trot on. Right, you can turn around. You're going to be there for a little while longer yet, but that's why we've got a second platform, so I could just leave you there without having to worry about things. Let's set these back as they should be, or at least moderately so. Now, you can do this very, 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 very easily with some judicious use of pause. Anytime something new comes in, just pause the game and get on with it. But that feels a little bit, a little bit easy. That's what they need. Yeah. They need a higher scoring version if you have no pausing. Yeah, because that will undoubtedly end in disaster. And, especially if you play it faster. Oh, gracious me. Just being able to keep an eye on where everything's going. So it's like, I know that one's going back through Bridgeton when it's good to go, and it will start flashing when it feels like it. But that's no real hassle. Especially since that one's not particularly time-bound. But it will get me a red lozenge, you see, and we like the red lozenges. That's a thing that's quite helpful. Yeah, good. You know what? I'm going to take another contract. Slow it down a little bit while I have a quick look at what we've got, because obviously I'm not going to accept a contract that I can't handle. Yes. When's that coming? See, the thing is, it stops for 1 minute. Stops for 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Well, I accept that now. Before I accept this... No, hold on. It's a recurrent contract. It will happen once an hour. Oh, okay, there you go. I'm just lucky I saw that. That's a new service. Yes. This is a new service. Right. Okay. Oh, crumbs. Yeah. I mean, you take those two services on, you're going to be overloaded. It wouldn't surprise me, actually. Carry on. If some of these services were I to take them, that I would be perpetually late. Well, let's take it. Right? Yeah. I can risk being perpetually late. That's a thing we can do. I'm very happy about that. More than thrilled to do so. How long have you got left on your wait there? 27 minutes still. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's not a problem. Let's set these points correctly. Right. The only thing we can't do is ruin it. That's the only thing we can't do. That's the only thing we're not allowed to do is ruin everything. Yeah, see, we've got another train waiting to come in. I was saying I was going to be perpetually late? Yeah, there it is. Oh, and I got another one coming in. Oh, but this is This is woeful. Yeah, there's not much I can do for you there, friendo. Yeah, next one in, please. Thank you. You need flipping around as quickly as possible. Yes, I shouldn't have taken that contract. Okay, well, you live and learn. Or in my case, you sort of do. And now I've got everything queued up. Oh, nuts. Okay, well, that's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. He's going to trot through there. So obviously these are not going to earn me any green bucks here, but we are going to earn. There you go. Let's. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. All right, that's like. I don't know how I managed to fluke changing the signals there, changing the points. That was almost very bad. Normally it won't allow you to do that. I wonder if something's changed. Well, whether it's changed or not. That was a close call. Pay attention to what you're doing. Check the points before you wreck yourself. Right. Okay, you turn around. Yeah, I almost stuck it straight up this stage. Oh, you're delayed now, are you? All right, hang on then. Yeah, we can sneak you through here. That passenger service is already late, so I don't really care. Yeah. No, not you. It was the other one that said it was delayed. Oh. Turn that back off again. Yeah. Slap this through here. Yeah. Do pay attention. Yeah, I am doing. It doesn't really look that way though, does it? Yeah. Good. My commentary's gone completely to pot because I'm concentrating. Good. Yeah. Maybe run the game a little slower. Maybe that would help. And flip this, and you're good to go. Right. Now, if you wouldn't mind leaving, if you would leave, then we could possibly salvage something from this disaster. And right. Hey, I've done something. Hooray. Okay. Well, a delay. Yeah. No, hold on. Did we? Repeat every 60 whatever. Do we accept it? I completed the trial. Now I can accept it if I choose to. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna decline it. Not because I'm wussing out, although I am. No, I'm going to decline it because I think that once I've taken on another station, then there is a greater opportunity to create something interesting. A variety of different stops, I think, is going to be more interesting than simply running the same stuff repeatedly. Do make sure you've got this one going the right way. Yeah, wouldn't be the first time you'd send something to the wrong flaming station. Right. Occupied segment? It's not occupied. It's fine. Oh, don't be that way. No. The train had left. He'd gone. And besides which, you've already burned more points when it comes to everything. Yeah. More points have been burned on everything. Right, I've got cash. So, where are we going to go to? Don't know. Yeah. Stop watching the trains. I know that's why we're here. I just want to flip this dude around. All right, well, look, it's an unending system. You're just going to have more trains coming in. But you've got to, come on, get focused on expansion. Focus on expansion. Are you focusing on expansion? I don't think you are. You should be. Come on, let's get the tempo upped. All right, there you go. Both leaving at the same time. Super duper. Give him a green and flip that. Give him a green. That's why you should slow it down, you see. I would have had time to give both of those the go-ahead. Right, I'm pausing. Let's go shopping. Right. Let's have a look. Now, we're going to need a new destination. And it has to be said, I think Glasgow Central's where it is at. Kings Park is another interesting one because presumably... No. So, that's what I'm looking for. See, off-track destinations. So Easter House that we've already got, it's only offers limited services through there. Yeah, we could go as far as Springburn even. I don't know where Springburn is. Partick. We've had some services wanting to go to Partick previously. I think we should go for Glasgow Central. I mean, it's just sat there looking at us, going, hello. Now, to do so, we're going to need to run... Eek. Yeah. You're going to need to run a junction that crosses straight over, pretty much. Go through the tunnel. Auto blocks are locked. I've got to buy those. Okay, fine. I should have enough to at least buy those. And then, yes, you're going to want a return line as well. You can't. We can't chance running stuff up and down the same line in both directions. All right, let's go to the system upgrade shop. Hello. What are you pointing at? You're pointing at this. I don't necessarily want that. New contract one-time intercity. No. Platform adjustments. Change the platform for a train. Yeah, no, you're fine. Coach yard. No. I'm not into any of that. Automation. That could be fun. Oh, with auto reversing trains, that would be nice. Yeah, that would save me a lot of trouble. But it's not necessarily what I'm into. Oh, all these sensors. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. Chaining commands with auto signals. That just terrifies me. All right, moving on. But we need the auto blocks because that allows us to buy those. So we'll have that. Yes, thank you. Right. Yeah. I hadn't finished. I've got more money in the bank still. Right, controls. Yes. Basic dispatcher. Increase station limit to 7 stations. I'm not sure I'm going to need that yet, but it's only 5, so we can have that later on. We're going to need advanced tracks, probably corridor. We're going to need all the tracks that do all the stuff, but I haven't got the money for it yet. Interface, what have you got for me? Train enter button. We can accept that in the overview. That's quite helpful, but it doesn't really push us forward much. Smart sort now. Next station display. That's probably going to be handy as is. Better train labels. I think those are going to be very, very useful. But let's take in some terrifying options here. Ones that I'm undoubtedly going to get wrong. Yeah, upgrade that. Yeah. Give me the auto signals. Right, I haven't finished. I've still got cash in the bank. Yeah, give me some more as well. Auto accept trains. That's a terrifying idea. The reason it's terrifying is because what if I haven't cleared the previous train? Is it going to still let one through, or is it going to recognise that it won't let something into the station until? Tell me about it. Allows the station to direct new trains to their free corresponding platforms. Yes. Auto accept trains. Only it does apply only to the trains with designated platform. Yeah, okay, we're going to try it. We're going to, as they say, risk it. For indeed, the biscuit. Right, Bridgeton. Yeah, hello, you're on auto accept. Yeah. Cumbernauld will leave you on. No, we'll leave you on auto accept. We'll leave you on. Everyone's auto accepting. All right, congratulations, everybody. Now you, I'm going to set you as a. Can I set you as a different type of signal from the get go, or am I going to have to do something more cunning? Don't know. Okay, well, it's good that you don't know. Anyway, we're going to try and extend here. I don't know how far we'll get, but we'll go as far as we can. So if I go to, I don't know. Okay, all right. I'm gonna make this work. Okay, well, yeah. Interesting. I've taken on some new stuff. You're going up to Easter House. Now, this auto signal, I've rendered that pretty useless by creating this horrendous junction. It works, theory probably, but it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, I think, which means I should probably get it slowed down a bit. But I do have 2 platforms. Carry on. Hang on. There you go. I do have 2 platforms owned at Glasgow Central now, which is nice. I haven't got enough money much to do anything with it. I think you're going to have to take a train, man. I think you're going to have to take a train. Yeah, you could probably sell this auto and replace that with a regular. Right, that's just my that's the usual commuter service, right? Yeah. Okay, and that. Yeah. Okay, they are off trot. Smashing. Fling that round the other way. Fling that round the other way. Yeah. Turn this round the other way. Yeah. Let it go. Wait for it. Wait. Wait. Whoa. Wait. Whoa. Wait. Whoa. Whoa. Easy. Ah, it's locked. Okay. Fortunately, I just built this new horrendous junction. What do you mean it's locked? No. No. You can't lock it all. Okay. We'll just let them have to go out on two. You. Oi, Bridgeton. Stop auto-accepting for a mo, would you? Right. Yeah. Are we certain we're safe? Nope. Are we going to do it? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Forgot to set the points. Left it too late before I could make any kind of remedial action there to get that going. Let's assume, just for the sake of argument, that this isn't going to cause a disaster when that leaves. There she blows. Right. Okay. You can go back onto auto-accept. There we go. Right, now, how about doing this properly? You can trot on, you can trot on, and you can trot on. Do remember to save the appropriate signal changes there. Right, you sit. One. Yeah. Is it that? No, it's not. It's got a... You missed it. Oh, I desperately want the auto reverse. The auto reverse is going to make such a big difference to life. There you go. Reverse. Turn it around. Right, now flip that. Yeah. And we're good all the way there. This is where an auto signal would do you good. Yeah. They're expensive though, that's the thing. The expectation is that by buying something it makes things more complicated, and it's not true. By buying an auto signal, you make your life a heck of a lot easier. But regular signals, £2,000. Auto signals, 10 grand. Yeah. All right, you word up. Wait, hang on. Sorry, beg your pardon. Right, now you can go. Honestly, it's like I'm new here. Right, yeah, you can also go. You can let them through. You are back on auto. Accept. Fine. You might go, all you've done is laid in extra track, and yet you seem to be much more confused now. And I go, yeah, well, there's a lot of moving parts here, even though the things that are moving are not necessarily trains. You can trot on. Yeah. Let's give them the green there. And then flip this as soon as that next one's through. Yep. Right. And then we're going to go looking for a contract that will let us take in a Glasgow-bound train. Because that's where the danger money lives. Well, I don't know whether it's danger money or not. That's where the danger lives. Whether money is involved or not is completely unimportant. Right. Are you good? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's pause her on up in a moment. I'm going to let you get into the station, and we'll pause you on up, and we'll see what sort of... No, actually, now's a good time. As good a time as any. Right. What do you got for me? We have Bridgeton Partick. I haven't got Partick, sorry. Bridgeton, Glasgow Central, Bridgeton. That's the one I was looking for. Right. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, take it. Yes. Oh, yeah, sure. Arrive right now. Ah, that's a bit of strategy. Yeah, it is. The moment you accept it... I'll double check that. Let's have a look. Does it say what time past the hour? It doesn't. Oh. No, it does. Oh, it does. Yeah, this is booking one for the future, but these recurrers are the ones where it comes in at the exact moment you press the button. Right, so if you've got a gap in your schedule, then you pause up and you go to whatnot. You go to your contracts menu, and then you accept another one. Don't accept a commuter service. Hold on a moment. When you've not got space in the schedule. Yeah, you can flash as much as you like, fella, but I can't do anything about it right now. Yeah, you're clear all the way through. Right. You're also... I've already given you the clearance. Yeah, you're still clear. I don't know what clicking on that. Nothing of importance. Okay, great. Yeah. You should be letting them in now. No? Go on, let them in. There we are. Oh, and let's go to Glasgow. It's going to Glasgow. Right, okay. Oh, crikey. Yeah. Yeah. Don't be apprehensive. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is I derail everything. So you need to transition onto there because the upstream is on the bottom. All right. So we're going to go like that. Yeah. You can have a green signal. Yeah. What's going on up here? He's going in. Right. You can then have a... That's not a signal that matters. You can have this one. Do you have a station preference? Glasgow Central. Hold on. 3 or 4. Doesn't really care. You sure? I'm concerned. No. I think it'll be grand. All right. Okay. Let's see what the worst is that can happen. Right. Yeah. Let's fling you around the other way. You can then stroll on, yeah, and you can go all the way to here. Although that might be a bit premature, me letting them through. Never mind. No. Let's get that rolling. There you go. What? Oh, we got a freight train. All right, okay. You can hang on for a tick there, sunshine. Yeah. All right. Ping that back the other way. We don't do those very often. All right. Yeah, we've already given you the go ahead. You've got the go ahead. Change the points. And you can clear through to the next one. Oh, I love it. Oh gosh, this is fun. If somewhat trying to unscrew your head from the neck up, you can carry on. Yeah. Not yet. You can't. Right. This one's dead hand. No. This one's completely redundant. Yeah, it is. You could just put a green signal on there and it does the same thing because there's no choice in the matter. What the auto signal does is it will change the points to get to the bit that you point at, right? So if I were here, if this was an auto signal, I could go click the signal and then click there. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for this clown to get out of my station. Oh, okay. You're going to turn this guy around? I guess I have to. Right, now you up there and then down there. Go. All right. And then it gets lively. Yeah, so you click the signal, then you tell it where you've given it clearance to get to. So both of these signals completely redundant. When I placed them, it felt like they might accomplish something. Now we are going to hold this one here for now because you're coming through. Right. We're going to let you go as soon as that's no, you don't want that one. No. Right. Pause up. Let's get this right first time. Subsequent occasions, who knows? But first time, let's do it. You're going to want that. Oh, man, there's a lot of signals to change there. You want an auto signal on there. Yeah, I really do. Yep, and on there. Yes. You got to go buy them now. I think I might, actually. I think that's going to make life a lot easier. If we replace that with one of these, do I get a refund? Yes! Oh, that's nice to know. All right, okay, so that's given me enough to buy 2 of them. Which are the 2 that are going to make the biggest difference? I think that one, actually. No, this one. This one's a good... These 2, that would change me the clicks that I do most often. Yeah, but if you've got a recurring Glasgow service, then you're going to have something else at play here. So I think we'll take that one as an auto. Yeah. And then... You know you can afford 2 more, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then that one is you can't do that one at the moment. All right, I'll come back for that one. And then this one, because we use it all the time. Okay, that's very lazy. Yeah, I know, but lazy is the point of it. All right, okay, get a rolling. What's going on at the moment? You are cleared to proceed. Yeah. This one has been given a green light, yeah, and is clear all the way as far as you need to go. Okay, all right. There's no drama ahead of us here. Let's make it go. Now, if this works as expected, if I do that, oh, life has just become so much better. Right, with auto reversing trains, that little commuter service just became a delight. Right. Anyway, here's the Glasgow train. It's getting ready to Getting ready to roll. Okay, right. You stick it on reverse. I don't know if I delivered that on time, I'll be honest, but it can't have been far off. You've got your you can do a signal upgrade now. Nice. And it's going to be that one. Yeah, it is, and it's only because you're lazy. Yeah, but it stops me having to change these flaming points every single time. Yeah, all right, I'll allow it. Right. Yes. That one would be a nice one to do as well. Okay. You know what would be a nice one to do? All of them? Yeah. Right, you are going over here. Boop. That's nice. Right, okay. What? Wait. I've completed the contract. Well, this is good. Yes. I don't know what 53% is about. That it doesn't explain what that's about. Yeah, my performance is... the performance they'd like is better than that, please. Yeah. No, I'll take it. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Right. Yeah, I'm going to regret it, but I am taking it nonetheless. You're cleared to do everything that you need to do. Okay. Ooh, right. Okay, thrilling times. Yeah, no, come on, bring it on. Shall I take on... I'm going to take on another contract. I'm feeling overconfident. Let's go. What do you got for me? Bridgeton, Glasgow Central, Bridgeton. Now's not a bad time to do it. Up to £1,000. Oh, that's rubbish. Yep. It's just that would be... No, that doesn't pay well enough. No, you can clear off. Okay. What about a freight train? No. Wait, this one is another commuter. Yeah. We've got... It's another Cumbernaulds commuter service. Yes. We've got rather a lot of those, though, haven't we? What else have you got on the options deck here? Just commuter service. This one pays more, though. Target speed 75 kilometres per hour. I don't do that fast. This one's cheaper, you see. You're going to be late all the time on that one because your trains don't go... You've got too much slow track. Yeah. All right, you can clear off. You I can't do. Okay. And I can't do you either. So I don't know why you're even offering it to me. Do I want to take this one? Oh, what the heck. Let's bring them in. Yeah, come on in, friend. There we are. Okay, right, let's set it in motion. You're good to go. You are going to save me some time. Lovely. And then you can just do that straight away. That's fabulous. That's made life a lot easier. Right, up the tempo. Don't get complacent. Where are you heading there, friend? Same place. All right, okay, you can roll. Yeah. Right, now, here comes the magic. I've got to get auto-reversing. I've just got to get it. That's the one weakness in my arsenal, apart from all of the other weaknesses that may or may not exist in the arsenal. Right, yeah. Go now. Right, you're going to get held for a moment, I'm afraid, because this clown's taking his sweet time turning around. Yeah, my apologies. Sincerely my apologies. Yeah, I think I might have taken a timetable service that isn't going to work for us, but hey, it's okay. Right, and go. It's going to be occupied track though, isn't it? Nope. Okay, I thought it would be. Yeah, it's got the. There are funny rules vis-a-vis occupied track. I don't know exactly what to tell you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Right. Turn you around. Yeah, I know you're delayed, but sometimes I'll do it. If it's going to be late every time, I still get the money. That's a thing that happens. So that's not so completely terrible. Nope. Wait until there's nothing in the station before you give the green signal. There we go. We got it. Yeah, come on in. Go on. Yeah, my performance is pretty rubbish. Yeah, go on. Bring him in. Yeah, we'll take it. No, thanks for that. It's all golden. Right, okay. How much have I got? 10 grand, but I got 21 nuggets. All right, let's go and see if we can spend those nuggets on the auto turnaround, and then we will have a service par excellence. Or at least we'll have one that is liable to get me into even more trouble. Automation. I want auto-reversing trains. That's going to cost me a red nugget as well. Oh, flipping heck. Yes, please. Yeah, that's going to make a big difference. Right. Dedicate a dead-end platform to handle trains that reverse in the station and have another fully connected platform for trains that continue without reversing. I'll figure it out. Okay, yeah. Do I need to... So, here's the obvious candidate, is platform 3 up here. Yeah, don't know. Oh, hold on. Auto-reverse planes on dead-end platforms. Cool! Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be great. Now, because now, trains are just going to come in when they feel like it, and my job is purely to send them where they need to go. All right, you through there, you up here, yeah, you over there. Auto signals. Yeah, smashing. I'd quite like to pick up another Glasgow service, actually, if I'm honest. But it can keep. I'm in no massive hurry. We can even up the tempo on this. Look, yeah, that's the level of confidence that I've got. Big money, big prizes. See, I mean, look at it. It's 23 minutes past 5 in the afternoon and nothing's happening. Right, where are you headed there, Chief? Well, you can go through there. I'll allow that. You can come over here. Yeah. And then we'll fire you up on there. You're welcome. Enjoy your journey. Have a nice day. Now, you're going to auto flip, right? He has done. Fabulous. Yeah, give him greens all the way. Rocket through. There, Tiger. You are G2G. Ah, this is the stuff. Right. We should have another Glasgow service inbound, actually. Where are you headed? No, your business as usual. Okay. All right. Yeah. And that one. Okay. Next one's coming in. You are same again. Okay. I'll allow it. But you're going to have a momentito to wait here. Right. Yeah. You can green all the way. Yeah, I was hoping for something from Glasgow. This one hangs around too much. That's a problem. Right, you're through. You can go. Hey, ain't life grand. Right, you're going to be late every time, which means that someone's going to be griping about the timetable being completely impossible. That's the way it goes. Right, where are you headed? Nowhere interesting. All right, well, go there then. You can carry on. All right, they are you up there. Groovy. There you go. See, I mean, we completed the service, so we got some money for it. How about you? Where are you headed? Nowhere interesting. I thought I booked a recurring Glaswegian service here, but evidently that's not the case. Yeah. Right. You would need to slow this down a little bit when you've got... There we go. Here he comes. Right. I want to send you down there. Okay. Off your trundle. I'll give you greens all the way, and I'll set the signal correctly as well. Okay? Can't say fairer than that. Well, I could say fairer than that, but I'm not going to. You out this way, and then you can have a green as far as there, which is not a good idea. Oh, hello! Here comes Johnny Freight. All right, Johnny Freight, you can give it a mo, and then I'll let you continue your journey. Right. So, in case you missed it last time around, these little gappy bits here indicate that the track is actually quite a lot longer than it appears on the screen. But nothing much is going to happen along that way. You're free to go. Yeah. And then by the time you've cleared through there, this one will be solid again. Fine. Yep. Okay. Glaswegian service is good. Right, let's ping all of this. You're solid. You can go as soon as that's good. This one really needs to be an auto signal. Yeah, let's do it. Auto signal. There you go. It's an expensive price to pay, but a price worth paying, I think. What about this one? You don't use it often enough for it to be worthwhile at the moment. True. Yeah. What about that one? Eventually, we want to do them all. Why not now then? Yeah, exactly. That might not be a terrible idea. Yeah. Anywhere there's points, you should be using auto signals. Anywhere there's points, you should be using auto signals. Yeah. What about this one? Yeah. No, that's just lazy. You can save that for now. Right, 1. Slow it right down. You are waiting for this to leave. Yeah. You are good to go. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Trot on. Go on there, fella. You can go. Right now. What do we think? I think we try and squeeze this one through, or yeah, we try and squeeze this one through. All right. Okay. Take it all the way to the station. I assume that's where it's going. It's worth checking, you know. Don't make assumptions. They land you in trouble. Okay. Right, now, you wait. Hold on. Hopefully this will clear through before this one starts going, oi! It's my go. Right, you, out here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, fabulous. All right, okay. You'll go on. Come on in. Let's go. Oh, now I feel like I am the operator. Don't do it yet. You need that one. That should be a... Yeah, it should. It's not lazy at all. That was actually that's a valuable bit to change. That one. Yeah. Also, it acts as a reminder of you can't just let stuff go. Where are you headed? All right. Yeah. Fine. You carry on. Slow it down again. You are clear. Right. Okay, good. I mean, could have failed everybody. I could quite happily continue pottering around with this, you know, but I think we've accomplished that which we set out to accomplish, which is not destroy everything. And we only came close once, and then the game was miraculous in that it allowed me to change the points at the last moment. And that's very generous of it. Right, okay, next time around, it'll be something new and different and interesting, but I'll probably revisit the old rail route in the future as it continues to develop, because it already tries to kill me, and therefore that's a fun thing. Thanks very much for watching. Cheerio. So, rail route. Yeah, no, it's good. It's very good, and my assumption that I made last time around, whereby the little helping things make a big difference later on, because you've got to have some help, otherwise the complexity is going to be completely beyond you. You'll have no chance of keeping up. Seems to be holding up. Auto signals though, they're lovely. Oh, they make life a lot easier. No more changing points. Thank you very much. Anyway, today's outro is sponsored by Aaron, and Aaron asks, while the delights, his mail's over here, I'm reading it, see. While the delights of Transport Fever 2 are many, in my estimation it doesn't have quite the same joie de vivre as the old Transport Fever. Since a little bird told me that you've played a couple of hours of all Fevers, discuss the differences between 3 Fevers, your favourite of the 3, and your thoughts about the delights and dismays of the latest iteration. Alright, let's start with some numbers. Right, so initially... thank you, Aaron, instantly, but this is a good topic. I've got 315 hours in Train Fever. Train Fever, the original, right? Part of the reason for that was I didn't start playing it until it was 9 months old, something like that. It had been out for a while when I started playing it. And that meant that I had about 9 months before Transport Fever was announced, which I had jumped on the second it came out. Now, Transport Fever, I've got Transport Fever 1, I got 900 hours in. Transport Fever 2, I've got 370 hours played. Right? Now, the majority of the hours in all 3 games are on video. So that tells you quite a bit. Now, I've stopped making videos for Transport Fever 2 on a regular basis, but that's largely because I'm trying out a different mix of how I do video stuff, and to keep it a little bit fresher. We'll see how that goes. I might bring it back on a weekly basis. I might not. I don't know. I haven't decided. We'll see. I digress, as is so often the case. Right, so Train Fever, what was good about it? What was good about it was there was nothing like it at the time. It came out before the resurgence of the Sid Meier's Railroad Tycoon kind of renaissance that happened all at once, because you had Train Fever, You had railway. I've got them all in my library. I've played them all. You got Railroad Corporation, and then you got Railway Empire. I think those are probably the big three. You got Machine Key in there as well. A number of people, they all approached the same kind of target at the same time. These things happen. I'll take my word for it. Real-time strategy games coming soon. Yeah, there'll be a glut of them before you in no time at all. We've just come out the end, possibly towards the end of a 4x. Everybody's making a 4x kind of an idea. It's a very cyclic thing. We haven't had real-time strategy in a while. If I was a developer and I could knock out a good real-time strategy game in about 9 months, it's a good time to do so. We haven't had a good one in a while. Anyway, right. So Train Fever came along when there was no competition for it. So it got a little bit of attention. It had some jank going on in there, but it was pretty. And that was important because everything that came before, I mean, you were confronted by a Sim City or a City Skylines. Skylines came out about 6 months after Train Fever did. Did it? Yeah, it did. So a city builder where trains are really a second-class consideration. Or you looked retro at something like OpenTTD, and there really wasn't much comparison. Or you go into the simulator end of things with Train Simulator at the time, and again, you just kind of go, yeah, but... Or Trains is another good example there, but that's not the same thing. A management game and a simulator are not the same thing at all. So... Train Fever had a window of opportunity, and they had some neat ideas in there. The thing that threw the most people was the platform assignment, because everybody was used to OpenTTD, and of course Transport Tycoon Deluxe came beforehand, where you don't assign platforms. The train goes to whatever platform is empty, and people still to this day struggle to get their head around. No, you're in control. You control everything. If there's a traffic snarl up because they can't find an open platform, it's because you've set it up that way. They're not going to fix that problem for you. Now, I can see the merit in doing things both ways. Frankly, you could pile a heck of a lot more trains into a station if they would just route to whatever open platform you'd got, and that would look really great. But that's not how it works. So when Transport Fever 1 came around, its big hitting items were ships, and planes. To go along with, I think you had trams in the original as well. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure you had trams in the original. But if not, then trams as well, and probably buses and trucks. Yeah, no, it did. You did have road transport in the first one. I can't remember. It's been ages. Either way, Transport Fever took the original idea and made it better. Just 100% better across the board. There was nothing in Transport Fever that was done better in Train Fever. The simplification of the way cargo worked helped significantly. Previously, all of the industries would self-serve if you weren't looking after them. And to this day, actually, the way that industry works is a bit odd. It's a bit odd, and it could be better. But the model that I would suggest in terms of the way that freight should work is that mines and so forth output at max capacity all the time. When you rock a train up to it, you purchase those goods. So you take a hit on your balance. You then rock it up the other end, and you have to sell it to a seller. And if that seller has got nowhere to sell it onto, then they're not buying, and they'll go, yeah, well, thanks for that, and that will help out enormously. But it doesn't really matter. So you can always guarantee that your train is going to be completely full when you pick up, and then you could decide, I want to sell this one here, I want to sell some there, I want to sell some here, and so on, and that would help. Anyway, what Transport Fever brought to the party was, to start with, it was a good tycoon game, a good management game, because it wasn't guaranteed. It wasn't automatic that you were going to make a profit. In fact, if you were careless or reckless, my mainline series is a great example of this. Very, 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 very difficult to make a profit running a massively unprofitable service like I did. I mean, I spent £1 billion, I think, in one episode on setting trains around the loop that I'd created, and the amount of money that I lost on an annual basis completely wiped out all profitability that I had elsewhere, and that was great. Troubling, because I thought, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to recover from this. I had to max out my £100 million loan in order to be able to send them back to the depot to sell them. And that was great, right? The threat of, you could go fully bankrupt here, congrats, was super, absolutely super. Yeah, no, I mean, that was the high watermark, I think, as far as the game was concerned. Now, Transport Fever 2, when it came along, first things first, it looks better. It's a much, much better looking game. I think the grey box when you bring a menu up, you either like it or you don't, and that's fine. There's no right answer or wrong answer on that. Personally, I think it looks quite attractive, but I don't think it brings any extra functionality to the party other than making your lines easier to spot. But at the same time, they split all of the vehicle menus out into multi-parts, and you couldn't have them open at the same time. The multi-window functionality from the UI in Transport Fever 1, way better than in Transport Fever 2. Way more usable and way more helpful. Once you got to grips with it, obviously, the learning curve is going to be the learning curve no matter what. But the fundamental difference with Transport Fever 2 is the economy's broken. It's just busted. It is so easy to make money. You would have to struggle to not make money. You'd have to deliberately set services up to not make money. So with that threat of bankruptcy gone, then the game part has kind of disappeared. And I'm a little bit unusual in my channel approach, in that while many other channels are doing really super high quality builds, I just play it. I play it as though it's a game, because it is, at least on paper. And therefore, if the game has been eroded, you've lost out a bit there. You've missed out on a core kind of facet of doing these things, which is don't go bust. Yeah, so I think Transport Fever 2 is a step backwards in a couple of ways, step forwards in others. Emissions is another one. Does it bring anything to the party? Not really. Okay, sure, it will slow down the rate of growth in a town, but the rate of growth in towns is always limited by whatever the town limit is set to anyway, which is a bit odd. I'd love to be able to build a town out in the middle of nowhere, a brand new town, because I think it should sit there. The original, I was going to go for railroads as my main example, or Railroad Tycoon even. But even then, there had to be some kind of town there when you first started delivering, but it had no upper limit. The more stuff you'd funnel there, the greater it would get. Whereas Transport Fever, you're always limited by what's the max size of this town. And given that late game performance struggles because of the way that agent movement is calculated and so on, and it's not even the trains or the planes or anything like that, it's the individual little dudes. And they are the ones that use up the memory, so you don't want your towns getting too big, and therefore emissions, just a bit of a non-starter in my opinion. It's a nice idea, but it hasn't helped. The one thing I will say is terrain alignment collision. Don't see that very often these days. Too much curvature, only when you're pushing for it. Too much slope, still a pain in the neck. But then the game has always lent itself to you creating ridiculously, roller coaster-esque tracks. So that's the thing that was always going to occur. So is TPF1 the high watermark so far? I think TPF2 looks great. I think TPF2 is still a very good game. But I had more fun with Transport Fever 1, I think. But then let's not forget that by the time I came to Transport Fever 2, I'd already got 1,200 hours in games of this series, right? And therefore, it was always going to struggle to feel fresh and new and interesting. That everybody has I describe it as the bucket of enthusiasm, right? For any game that you're playing, you've got a bucket of enthusiasm, and when you first rock up, your bucket of enthusiasm is at 100%. You are more enthusiastic for the game at that point than you will ever be at any point in the future. The more you play, the more you drain your enthusiasm out of the bucket. New updates and having new ideas of stuff that you can do might top it up a little bit, but it's never going to reach the top again. And over time, it just keeps going down. They bring out a new version. Okay, it's topped it back up, but it's never going to be like it was when you first got the bug for playing it. And this is true of absolutely any game. Massively multiplayer games are particularly prone to this because the bucket of enthusiasm for most players is at its lowest ebb at around 3 years in. And at that point, if you haven't got a social group that you play with on a regular basis, then you're leaving. When I worked on massively multiplayer games, you could see that cycle happening. I think the cycle's even shorter now. Just the glut of games available, and survival games particularly, have killed off a lot of massively multiplayer stuff. If you can run your own server on 7 Days to Die, or you could go and play World of Warcraft, I know which I'd rather do, but then I know which I'd rather do anyway. There is more. I mean, take Valheim, for example. That really did blur the lines between a survival game server and a massively multiplayer game, because it's a survival game but with story and quests and so forth built into it, while still giving you the freedom that a survival game gives you. Smart thinking. So the question is, Transport Fever 3 comes along, what's it going to need? Okay, here's the things here are the shortcomings. Firstly, infrastructure is the big thing, right? I need to be able to build much more complicated stations from the get-go. Don't make me lean on modders to do complicated stuff. Also, ports and shipping generally, they need love. They desperately need some love. They didn't have much love in the original. They haven't had much love in the second one. You've got to do stuff with those. I want fishing to become a thing. Let's make fishing fleets a thing. Let's make oil rigs a thing as well. Helicopters. Let's have helicopters, please. They're going to be important for shuttling crews around. The other thing that I'd add is every business, every industry that you see out there should require workers. And therefore, you've got to figure out a way of getting the workers there, or they'll drive by car. And towns springing out of nowhere. So if you build a steel mill, you build a steel mill, then a town might grow alongside it. I mean, look at Sheffield or Pittsburgh. These are towns that grew up around a core industry. Let's have some of that, please. It will make for a far more dynamic experience. The other thing that has been missing so far is kind of in a city commuter routes, but mass transit commuter routes. So not just a bus route, but I want a subway system, or I want an elevated train system, or a monorail, or something like that to transport passengers in the hundreds, not in the dozens, because the size of the city is so enormous. And that means we need to figure out there, dev friends, how do you make it so that you could fill the entire map with city and it not grind to a halt when you're 50% of the way there? Yeah, I know, playing on a megalomaniac map, you're always going to struggle in that regard. But a medium map, you should be able to have that wall-to-wall skyscrapers, apart from a few dotted industries all over the place, and the game be able to handle it. Whatever the drag on performance is that's going on right now needs to be eliminated, because the spectacle's going to come from big and huge and the rest of it. What else? Better support for modding is always useful. Modders are fantastically creative and they extend your game way beyond what you can do. But we've got to have a better menu system. Finding mods is an absolute hellscape. Go and nick the people who did the Find It tool for Skylines and commission them to do you the interface for this kind of stuff, because Find It was pretty good. Yeah, but that's the kind of forward thinking. It is the main thing to take away is that Transport Fever 2, they're model builders. They're not Transport Fever 2 even more so. It's a model making tool. It's not it's not an out and out tycoon game. It is more. It's closer to a virtual model train set, but you can have planes as well, which is neat. Kind of system. Lean into that. That's good. Either that or address the gameplay side of things. But do people want to spend 15 hours building up a map only to have the whole thing ruined that they can't recover from? The answer, of course, is no. But you do need some kind of challenge in there. And the problem with hard mode's only tough at the beginning. After you've got profitable lines running, you're in exactly the same situation again, because you can't change the underlying nature of supply and demand. It is what it is. The only thing you can tweak is profitability, in which case you just go for the more profitable lines and you're still in a position where you can do whatever you like. Industry Giant 2 is probably the best game I've played that's tackled that, because you would have products that would become popular for like 5 or 6 years and then they would stop, 100% stop being popular, at which point that line that you'd built up becomes redundant, it becomes mothballed. Aging of tracks would be nice. Track maintenance, so you have to schedule track maintenance vehicles. I'd love to see timetables as an option. That'd be nice. Day-night cycle, everybody gets very, very excited about a day-night cycle. It's a red herring. I'd like to be able to play day-night as an option, but it's not a big feature. It really isn't a big feature. Same as season. Season's actually probably a better feature than a day-night cycle. Here's the reason why. You put it at night time, you can't see what's going on. So you immediately find the how do I turn nighttime off button, leave it on permanent daytime, the end. You might once in a while go, ooh, I love watching the stuff happen at night where you can see the light. Me too, I think it looks absolutely brilliant. But in terms of, is that a novelty or is that a core feature? That's a novelty. It's a novelty feature that you're going to turn off for practical reasons. But would it be nice to have? It certainly would be nice to have. That's the kind of way it needs to evolve. But fundamentally, it comes down to how many ideas have you got? Have you got to play with it? How much can you do with it, and how far can you take it, and how well does it fuel your imagination for whatever it is that you want to do next? Solve that, and you're golden. I look forward to whatever the next one's going to be. But think about my bucket of enthusiasm. By the time that rocks around, I'll probably have the best part of 1,500 plus hours. In fact, I've already got 1,500 plus hours in the franchise. So my bucket's going to be starting at half full if you're lucky. But that's inevitable. If I then stopped playing it and came back 10 years later, my bucket of enthusiasm would have refilled, because it would have been a long time since I'd exorcised it. These things are not meant to last forever and a day. You see the same thing. The obvious parallel to make is Call of Duty. Why is Call of Duty so popular? No, I'll tell you why it's so popular. It plays really, 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 really well. Very few shooty games move as fluidly as Call of Duty does. Yeah, it's a big, dumb action movie, and yeah, its politics might be a little bit, really. But at the same time, it handles so fabulously well. So people buy a game and they go, that's amazing, I'm going to buy the next one. And they play that one and you kind of go like, oh, that was more amazing. They get the third one, you kind of go, I feel like I might have seen some of this amazing before. Pick a fourth one up, kind of go like, yeah, I'm not really getting the same. Pick up the fifth one, you kind of go, you know what? I've played this and maybe I'll move on to something else. But that's, if you're expecting a new iteration of an older title to all of a sudden make you love it the way you did when you first started, then what are you, an alien? That's not how it works at all. You can't get that first flush of romance back again. You can't. It's gone. Once you've had new, it's not new anymore. You then have to go for, well, okay, what's the spin that we can put on it to keep it interesting? You'll move on, it's fine. Doesn't stop it being brilliant. It just means that you, as a player, have moved on from that point, or your bucket of enthusiasm has drained. And you kind of go, Well, okay, that's not the game's fault. That's down to you. That's down to you having played so flaming much of it. And that's the point. Anyway, good question. Hopefully the answer finds you well. Anyway, if you'd like to sponsor an outro for one of these here videos, woohoo! You can go to patreon.com/Colonel_failure. There's an easy link in the script down there. You can sponsor the outro, in which case everyone sees it. Or, for less money than that, you can have an answer that only you get to see. Yeah, your choice entirely. I am your performing video monkey. Make good use of it. Thanks for watching, and cheerio.